People leave, they walk away, they disappear from your life. And when they do, something inside you wants to crumble. Something inside you wants to ask why, wants to chase after them, wants to fix whatever went wrong. But here's what I want you to understand right now, right in this very moment. When someone leaves your life, they are not taking your completeness with them. They cannot diminish who you are. They cannot reduce your worth. They cannot steal your future. You see, we've been taught to believe that we need other people to complete us. We've been sold this story that our happiness depends on who stays in our life and who goes. We've been conditioned to think that when someone walks away, something is fundamentally wrong with us. But that's not truth. That's fear talking. That's the ego screaming for validation from the outside world. The truth is this: you came into this world complete. You came in as a spiritual being having a human experience, and that spiritual essence of who you are has never needed anyone else to make it whole. When you were born, you didn't need validation. You didn't need approval. You simply were. And that pure state of being is still within you right now, underneath all the layers of conditioning and all the beliefs you've picked up along the way. When someone leaves your life, whether it's a romantic partner, a friend, a family member, or anyone else, what they're really doing is completing their role in your story. They came into your life for a reason, they stayed for a season, and now their chapter is done. This doesn't make them bad. This doesn't make you inadequate. This simply means that the universe is reorganizing itself, and sometimes that reorganization requires people to move in different directions. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking about the pain. You're thinking about the emptiness. You're thinking about all those moments you shared and how it feels like they're being erased. But here's what I want you to consider. That pain you're feeling isn't actually about the person who left. That pain is about your attachment to how you thought things should be. That pain is about your resistance to what is. When you resist what is, you suffer. When you argue with reality, you lose every single time. Reality always wins. Someone left your life. That's the fact. That's what happened. Now you have a choice. You can spend your energy arguing with that reality, wishing it were different, replaying conversations in your mind, wondering what you could have done differently, or you can accept what is and ask yourself a much more powerful question. What is this here to teach me? Every single experience in your life, especially the painful ones, comes bearing gifts, but you'll never see those gifts if you're too busy being angry or hurt or resentful. You'll never receive the lesson if you're convinced that you're the victim. And I want to be clear about something. Accepting what happened
doesn't mean you approve of it. Accepting what happened doesn't mean you weren't hurt. Accepting what happened simply means you're choosing to stop fighting with reality so that you can move forward. Think about water for a moment. When water encounters an obstacle, it doesn't fight it. It doesn't get angry at the rock in its path. It simply flows around it. It finds another way. It continues moving forward, and eventually that water shapes the landscape. That's the power of acceptance. That's the power of flowing with life instead of against it. When someone leaves your life, you have an opportunity to return to yourself. You have an opportunity to remember who you were before they arrived. You have an opportunity to reconnect with your own dreams, your own desires, your own path. So often we lose ourselves in relationships. We compromise our values. We silence our intuition. We make ourselves smaller to make someone else comfortable. And when that person leaves, we suddenly have space to expand again. But here's what usually happens instead. We immediately try to fill that space with someone else. We run from the discomfort. We distract ourselves. We keep ourselves so busy that we don't have to feel the feelings. We jump into another relationship before we've even processed the last one. And in doing so, we miss the entire point. We miss the opportunity for growth. We miss the chance to know ourselves more fully. Solitude is not loneliness. Solitude is sacred. Solitude is where you meet yourself. Solitude is where you hear your own voice without all the noise of other people's opinions and expectations. When someone leaves your life, you're being given the gift of solitude. You're being given time to sit with yourself, to heal, to reflect, to grow. Don't run from that gift. Don't be so afraid of being alone that you settle for anyone who will keep you company. The relationship you have with yourself is the most important relationship you'll ever have. It's the one relationship you cannot escape. It's the one relationship that will last your entire life. So why do we spend so much time focusing on our relationships with others and so little time cultivating the relationship we have with ourselves? Why do we know so much about what other people want and so little about what we truly want? When someone leaves, it's an invitation to come home to yourself. It's an invitation to ask, who am I without this person? What do I believe? What do I value? What makes me come alive? What have I been ignoring? What have I been postponing? What dreams have I put on hold? These are not easy questions, but they're essential questions. You are not here to be defined by your relationships. You are not here to be someone's other half. You are here to be whole. You are here to express your unique gifts. You are here to contribute something that only you can contribute. And sometimes people have to leave your life so that you can remember this truth. I want you to think about your life as a book. Each person who comes into your life is a character in that book. Some characters appear for one chapter, some appear for several chapters. Some characters are with you from beginning to end. But here's the key: you are the author. You are the main character. Your story doesn't end because someone else's chapter is done. Your story continues. Your story evolves. Your story gets richer and more interesting precisely because of the variety of characters who come and go. When you see it this way, you stop taking it so personally when someone leaves. You understand that their departure isn't a commentary on your worth. Their departure is simply part of the natural flow of life. People grow, people change, people move in different directions, and that's okay. That's how it's supposed to be. But we've been taught to hold on. We've been taught that loyalty means never letting go. We've been taught that love means staying together no matter what. But that's not love. That's attachment. That's dependency. That's fear. Real love doesn't cling. Real love doesn't grasp. Real love allows. Real love gives freedom. Real love says, I care about you enough to let you follow your path, even if that path leads away from me. And when you love someone that way, when you release them with love instead of bitterness, something miraculous happens. You free yourself too. You stop being imprisoned by your need for them to stay. You stop being tortured by your inability to control their choices. You reclaim your power. Your power has never been in making someone stay. Your power has never been in convincing someone to love you. Your power is in choosing how you respond when they leave. Your power is in deciding what meaning you give to their departure. Your power is in recognizing that your happiness, your peace, your completeness has always been an inside job.
Nobody can give you those things, and because nobody can give them to you, nobody can take them away either. When you really understand this, when you really live from this place, you become unshakable. People can come and go, circumstances can change, life can throw you curveballs, but you remain centered, you remain grounded, you remain whole. This doesn't mean you don't feel sadness when someone leaves. This doesn't mean you don't grieve. Grief is natural. Grief is healthy. Grief is how we honor what mattered to us. But there's a difference between grief and despair. Grief says, I'm sad because this mattered to me. Despair says, I cannot go on without this. Grief is clean. Despair is contaminated with the belief that you are somehow less without the person who left. Allow yourself to grieve. Cry if you need to cry. Feel what you need to feel. But don't set up residence in that grief. Don't make it your identity. Don't spend years of your life stuck in the story of what you lost. Because while you're focused on what you lost, you're missing what's right in front of you. You're missing the opportunities. You're missing the new people trying to enter your life. You're missing your own evolution. Life is always trying to move you forward. Life is always trying to take you to the next level. But you have to be willing to let go of what was in order to make room for what will be. You have to be willing to close one door completely before another one can open. And sometimes life closes doors for you. Sometimes life removes people from your path because they were blocking your growth. Sometimes what feels like rejection is actually redirection. Think about all the times in your life when something didn't work out, and looking back now, you can see why. You can see how it was actually a blessing. You can see how it made space for something better. The person who broke your heart in your 20s made space for the person you were actually meant to be with. The job you didn't get led you to the career you actually love. The friend who betrayed you revealed who your real friends were. Life is always working for you, not against you. But you can only see this when you're looking back. In the moment, it feels like everything is falling apart. In the moment, it feels like you're being punished, but you're not being punished. You're being redirected, you're being prepared, you're being refined. When someone leaves your life, trust that there's a reason. Trust that there's a wisdom at work that you cannot see yet. Trust that you're being guided towards something better, something more aligned with who you're becoming. And in the meantime, focus on yourself. Focus on your own healing. Focus on your own growth. You cannot control who stays in your life. You cannot control who walks away. But you can control how you treat yourself in the aftermath. You can control whether you use this experience to become bitter or better. You can control whether you let this define you or refine you.
Choose to let it refine you. Choose to see this as an opportunity to build a stronger relationship with yourself. Choose to see this as a chance to reconnect with your own power. Choose to see this as the beginning of a new chapter, not the end of your story. And while you're in this process, be gentle with yourself. Don't judge yourself for feeling hurt. Don't criticize yourself for not being over it yet. Healing takes time. Growth takes time. You don't have to rush through this. You don't have to pretend you're fine when you're not. You don't have to put on a brave face for anyone. But also don't wallow. Don't rehearse your hurt over and over again. Don't tell the story of what happened to every person you meet. Don't make this your identity. You are not defined by who left you. You are not defined by what didn't work out. You are defined by your essence, by your spirit, by the truth of who you are. And who are you? You are a being of infinite worth. You are a being of unlimited potential. You are a being connected to the same source that creates galaxies and oceans and mountains. You are powerful beyond measure. You are creative beyond comprehension. You are loved beyond understanding, not because of what you do or who you're with, but because of what you are. When you really know this, when you really feel this in your bones, someone leaving doesn't destroy you. It might hurt, it might be disappointing, it might be sad, but it doesn't destroy you because you know that your foundation is solid. You know that your worth isn't up for debate. You know that you're going to be okay, even if you don't feel okay right now. Feelings are temporary, circumstances are temporary, people are temporary, but your essence is eternal. Your spirit is unbreakable. Your connection to Source is always available. And when you plug into that connection, when you align with that truth, you tap into a strength that cannot be depleted by anyone's absence. This is what it means to be self-sufficient. Not that you don't need anyone, not that you don't want connection, but that your happiness doesn't depend on anyone staying. Your peace doesn't depend on anyone's approval. Your completeness doesn't depend on anyone's presence. You are already complete. You are already enough. You are already whole. And from that place of wholeness, you can engage with people differently. You can love without attachment. You can connect without dependency. You can care without clinging. You can let people be who they are without trying to change them or control them. And when they leave, you can let them go with grace because you understand that their journey is their own and your journey is your own. This doesn't mean you become cold or distant or unaffected. This means you become free. Free to love fully, free to give freely, free to live authentically, because you're no longer operating from a place of need. You're no longer operating from a place of fear. You're operating from a place of abundance. You're operating from a place of love. And here's what happens when you operate from that place. The right people start showing up in your life. People who match your frequency, people who appreciate you for who you are, people who are also on their own journey of growth and self-awareness, people who enhance your life instead of draining it, people who stay not because you need them to, but because they want to. But you'll never meet those people if you're still holding on to the people who left. You'll never have space for the new if you're clutching the old. You'll never step into your future if you're still living in your past. Let go. Not because what happened doesn't matter. Let go because you matter more. Your future matters more than your past. Your growth matters more than your grief. Your potential matters more than your pain. And I'm not saying push the pain away. I'm saying feel it, process it, and then let it transform you. Let it make you more compassionate. Let it make you more authentic. Let it make you more aware of what you really want. Because maybe the person who left wasn't right for you. Maybe the relationship wasn't serving your highest good. Maybe you were settling. Maybe you were compromising too much. Maybe you were ignoring red flags because you were afraid of being alone. And now that they're gone, now that you have clarity, now that you have space, you can be honest about that. You can ask yourself, was I truly happy? Was I truly myself? Was this relationship bringing out the best in me? Or was I constantly trying to be someone I'm not? Was this person supporting my growth? Or was I shrinking to fit into their expectations? These are important questions. And sometimes the answer is uncomfortable. Sometimes the answer reveals that we've been betraying ourselves to maintain a relationship. If that's the case, then their leaving is actually a gift. It's freeing you to return to yourself. It's giving you permission to stop pretending. It's allowing you to live in alignment with your truth. And yes, it might hurt. Yes, it might be scary, but it's necessary. It's part of your evolution. You are meant to keep growing. You are meant to keep expanding. You are meant to keep becoming more of who you truly are. And anyone who requires you to stay small, anyone who feels threatened by your growth, anyone who can't celebrate your evolution is not meant to be in your life long term. Their departure is the universe course correcting. Their departure is life making room for something better. So honor what was. Be grateful for what you learned. Acknowledge the good times, but don't stay stuck there. Don't spend your present moment living in the past. The past is done. The past has already happened. The only moment you have is now. And what you do with this moment determines your future. Right now, in this moment, you get to choose. You get to choose how you think about what happened. You get to choose what story you tell yourself. You get to choose whether you're a victim or a student. You get to choose whether this breaks you or makes you. And I'm here to tell you that it can make you. It can make you stronger. It can make you wiser. It can make you more compassionate. It can make you more aware. It can make you more authentic. But only if you let it. Only if you're willing to do the inner work. Only if you're willing to take responsibility for your own happiness. Because here's the truth that nobody wants to hear. Nobody is coming to save you. Nobody is coming to complete you. Nobody is coming to make everything okay. You have to save yourself. You have to complete yourself. You have to make everything okay. And you can. You absolutely can, because you have everything you need already inside of you. You have the strength, you have the wisdom, you have the resilience, you have the capacity to heal, you have the ability to create a beautiful life for yourself regardless of who stays or goes. This is your power, this is your birthright, this is your truth, and the sooner you claim it, the sooner you step into it, the sooner your life transforms. You stop being at the mercy of other people's choices. You stop giving away your power. You stop waiting for someone else to validate you or choose you or complete you. You validate yourself. You choose yourself. You complete yourself. And when you do that, when you really do that, everything changes. The people who are meant to be in your life find their way to you. The opportunities that are aligned with your purpose show up. The life you're meant to live starts unfolding, not because you forced it, not because you chased it, but because you aligned with it, because you became it. So when someone leaves, bless them, thank them for the lessons, thank them for the memories, thank them for showing you what you needed to see about yourself, and then release them. Let them go on their journey while you continue on yours. Don't waste your energy on resentment. Don't waste your time on revenge. Don't waste your life waiting for them to realize what they lost. Focus on what you've gained. Focus on the wisdom you've acquired. Focus on the strength you've developed. Focus on the clarity you now have. Focus on the opportunity you've been given to redesign your life exactly how you want it. This is your chance. This is your moment. This is your fresh start. Don't squander it by staying stuck in what was. Don't miss it by being bitter about what happened. Don't waste it by playing small because you're afraid of being hurt again. The only way to avoid pain is to never open your heart, and that's not living. That's existing. That's surviving. You're meant to thrive. You're meant to love fully. You're meant to experience all of life, the joy and the pain, the connection and the loss, the laughter and the tears, all of it. Because all of it shapes you, all of it teaches you, all of it makes you more fully human. And when you're willing to feel it all, when you're willing to be present with whatever arises, when you're willing to stay open even after you've been hurt, that's when you're truly free. That's when you're truly powerful. That's when you're truly alive. So be alive, be present, be open, be willing. Be courageous enough to let people in, knowing they might leave. Be brave enough to love deeply, knowing you might get hurt. Be bold enough to trust again, knowing you might be disappointed. Because the alternative is to close yourself off, to build walls, to protect yourself so much that nothing can touch you. And yes, that might keep the pain out, but it also keeps the joy out. It keeps the love out. It keeps the life out. Don't do that to yourself. Don't let one person's departure convince you to shut down. Don't let one experience of pain convince you that you're better off alone. You're not. You're meant for connection. You're meant for love. You're meant for belonging. But it starts with you. It starts with belonging to yourself. It starts with loving yourself. It starts with connecting with your own essence. When you have that foundation, when you have that solid ground within yourself, you can weather any storm. People can leave and you remain standing. Circumstances can change and you remain centered. Life can throw you curveballs and you remain grounded. Not because nothing affects you, but because you know who you are. are. You know your worth. You know your power. And that knowledge, that knowing, that's what nobody can take from you. That's what stays with you no matter what. That's what you build upon. That's what you return to again and again. That's your anchor. That's your foundation. That's your truth. So when people leave, return to that truth. Return to yourself. Return to source. Return to love. Not romantic love, not conditional love, not the love that depends on someone else, but the love that you are, the love that flows through you, the love that connects you to everything and everyone. That love is always available. That love never leaves. That love is who you truly are. And when you rest in that love, when you operate from that love, when you see yourself through the eyes of that love, you realize that you've never been alone. You realize that you've always been supported. You realize that you've always been guided. You realize that everything that's happened, including the people who left, has been leading you here, to this moment, to this realization, to this understanding. You are exactly where you need to be. You have experienced exactly what you needed to experience. You have learned exactly what you needed to learn. And now you get to take all of that and move forward. Not bitter, not broken, but better, stronger, wiser, more aware, more authentic, more aligned with your truth. This is what it means to grow. This is what it means to evolve. This is what it means to transform pain into power. And you can do it. You are doing it. Right now, in this moment, by being willing to hear this message, by being willing to consider a different perspective, by being willing to take responsibility for your own happiness, you are already doing it. Keep going, keep growing, keep learning, keep loving, keep trusting, keep believing in yourself, keep choosing yourself, keep honoring yourself, keep treating yourself with the kindness and compassion you deserve, keep showing up for yourself the way you wish others would show up for you. Because here's the secret. When you show up for yourself, when you truly commit to yourself, when you make yourself your own priority, the right people take notice. The right people are attracted to that energy. The right people want to be around someone who knows their worth. And the people who don't, the people who need you to be small or needy or dependent, they naturally fade away. And that's okay. That's perfect, actually. That's exactly how it should be. Your life is constantly refining itself. Your circle is constantly upgrading. Your experiences are constantly teaching you. And all you have to do is stay open, stay willing, stay committed to your own growth. All you have to do is trust the process, trust the timing, trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. When people leave, they create space. And in that space, magic can happen. In that space, you can rediscover yourself. In that space, you can heal old wounds. In that space, you can release old patterns. In that space, you can become who you're meant to become. Don't rush to fill that space. Don't be afraid of that space. Honor that space. Use that space. Let that space transform you. And then when you're ready, when you've done the work, when you've reconnected with yourself, watch what happens. Watch how different people start showing up. Watch how different opportunities present themselves. Watch how your life starts reflecting the inner work you've done. It's not magic, it's alignment. It's the natural result of living in integrity with your truth. You are creating your reality with every thought you think, every belief you hold, every choice you make. When someone leaves and you spiral into thoughts of unworthiness, you create more experiences of rejection. When someone leaves and you recognize it as an opportunity for growth, you create more experiences of expansion. It's that simple. Not easy, but simple. And remember, always remember that you are not defined by external circumstances. You are not defined by who stays or goes. You are not defined by what happens to you. You are defined by how you respond. You are defined by who you choose to be in the face of challenge. You are defined by your willingness to keep your heart open even when it's been broken. That's strength, that's courage, that's wisdom, and that's who you are at your core. Not the pain, not the hurt, not the disappointment, but the awareness that can witness all of that and still choose love, still choose growth, still choose to move forward. So move forward, one step at a time, one day at a time, one choice at a time. Don't worry about how long it will take. Don't compare your healing to anyone else's healing. Don't judge yourself for not being where you think you should be. You're exactly where you are, and that's okay. That's more than okay. That's perfect. From where you are right now, you can build anything. You can create anything. You can become anything. The person who left didn't take your potential with them. They didn't take your purpose with them. They didn't take your power with them. All of that is still within you, waiting to be activated, waiting to be expressed, waiting to be lived. So live it. Live your truth. Live your purpose. Live your power. Live your potential. Live your life, not the life someone else wanted for you, not the life you think you should have, but the life that's authentically yours, the life that makes your soul sing, the life that reflects who you truly are. And when you do that, when you really do that, you'll look back on this moment and you'll understand. You'll understand why they had to leave. You'll understand what you gained. You'll understand how perfect it all was. You'll understand that you weren't being punished. You were being prepared. You were being redirected. You were being loved by life itself. Trust that. Trust life. Trust yourself. Trust that there is a bigger plan at work even when you can't see it. Trust that you are being guided even when you feel lost. Trust that you are being supported even when you feel alone, because you are, always. In ways you cannot see and cannot measure and cannot understand with your logical mind. There is a wisdom at work in your life. There is a love that surrounds you. There is a purpose that guides you. And all you have to do is surrender to it. All you have to do is stop fighting it. All you have to do is trust it. And watch. Watch how your life unfolds. Watch how the pieces fall into place. Watch how everything you needed comes to you at exactly the right time. The person who left, they left at exactly the right time. For them and for you. Honor that, respect that, and use it. Use it to grow, use it to heal, use it to become more of who you truly are. That's what this is all about, not the relationship, not who stayed or left, but your journey back to yourself, your journey back to wholeness, your journey back to love. You are love. You have always been love. You will always be love. And nothing and no one can change that truth. Remember that when the pain feels overwhelming. Remember that when the loneliness feels unbearable. Remember that when you're tempted to believe that something is wrong with you, nothing is wrong with you. You are exactly as you should be. You are exactly where you need to be. You are exactly who you're meant to be. And from that place of acceptance, from that place of self-love, from that place of trust, your life will blossom in ways you cannot yet fathom. So let them go. Let it all go. The hurt, the resentment, the story of what should have been. Let it go and step into what is. Step into now. Step into you. That's where your power is. That's where your peace is. That's where your life is. Right here, right now, in you.